All right, let's see what we got next on the list. Dimensional, we covered that. That's good enough. All right, here we go. Here we go. amslf.
Okay.
So,
the Australian mines. Yeah,
yeah.
you mentioned. Wow, that's taken a bit of a drop.
Well, this is just a start of, like, I haven't looked into this. It's on my list to look into, and I put it on my list to talk about it, and I still have to look into it, and so we're looking into it. Let's look at the basics here. So this may not be the winner. In fact, we can go here and amslf and see if we can.
I mean, the value of this is so ridiculous.
Oh my God, is this a 1 cent? Okay, never mind. This is not the correct. Why is this on the list? Oh my God, this thing is Dogecoin. It's worse.
It's worse.
Dogecoin's worth more. Oh my God.
You could sell your Dogecoin even if you lost money and own some Australian mines.
It's like not even on the radar here, too. Is there?
Mic off.
Like the
Mic
highest
on.
point
Ryan.
for this right now that I'm looking at in the past couple of months was around like 0.34 0.034 cents.
There's these news articles that pop up on here. I guess maybe they're tweets or something, but they're Cobalt Miners news for the month of March 2021, and they're involved in that. There's no list of the actual news, but there's a couple more. Okay, here we go. Let's look at who the big daddy is in this group, and this should be, I think we're looking at the same thing. We'll see if they're in Australia or not, because remember, hold me to it so I don't forget. The key here is that they have to be in Australia. So we're looking at BBL. Don't tell me what it stands for.
BBL?
BBL. Yeah. So BBL is who we're
For the
looking at.
BHP group?
Yeah. And, whoa. I'm looking at the wrong.
Non-energy minerals?
Yeah. So are they based out of Australia? Because that's key in this whole thing. Nope. Yep. Wait. Okay. Principality in Australia and the Gulf of Mexico. Onshore U.S. oil and gas assets were sold in 2018. Okay, good. So the key is, you got to do a little bit more research, and I'll look into this one. This is their alternative note here. So
their alternative to what? I mean, if they're associated with that pennies, like less than pennies on the dollar company, I mean, let's buy that company. No.
I know, right? Basically, you want to own.
I'm going to give you $5 for 50% of your company.
you want to own a failing Australian miner? Because that's.
Hey, you know what? Failing or not, at least I can just be like, "What's your net worth?" I'm worthless. I have a mine in Australia.
I bought an Australian mine and now I owe money. I'm in debt to some people who own a deli. So Australia is supposed to be, let me see if I got this right. And this was off Bloomberg or some nonsense. I don't know where I found this, but basically what's going on is America's going left, right? And green energy and EV and happy, good time, fun time, right? Meanwhile, Australia is going like full blown, let's dig. You know, I know that the whole country's on fire, half of it was half. It wasn't even a full half of the country was on fire just like a couple of years ago.
It was a pretty good amount of it.
It was a lot, and then a disease ravaged in whatever.
Like, they've been dealing with floods lately too, though. Like,
have they?
Like, Australia's been getting fucked. Like, well,
maybe it'll make it easier to dig because the soil's been soft.
Maybe.
So maybe that's why the spike today. I don't
know.
harder
to burn. I mean, who knows?
Hopefully. So that's the goal is. Let's see if there's some news on this one. See if this one pops in any of this. Recent strength in copper and iron ore prices. So that's not why. General corporate statement. Don't care. Don't move to cash or you'll regret it. My God, that's all that news article says. And then it points out 5 stocks. 5 stocks.
Mm-hmm.
Who's this from? What the hell, Benzinga? It's from a partner site. Okay, who's the partner site? It doesn't say, it just says don't move to cash or you'll regret it. Are you talking to me? What the hell?
That's the guy that owns the deli. He's telling you, don't move or you'll regret it.
Oh my God, that's scary. I feel like that's kind of threatening. I just want to.
It does seem a bit threatening.
Feels like
but
it.
Considering moving to cash, like U.S. no longer has, gold to back their currency. Maybe Australia currently does still have minerals of something to back their currency, and maybe that's what it's referencing. Who knows? I don't know. I do feel threatened. I might need to go cry in the corner for a moment, but
I wouldn't blame you.
Otherwise,
so nobody's saying to buy this one, and it was on my list. Here's the plan. Here's the idea. Here's the thought process.
All right, throw it out there.
That's what it is. There's an ETF that's being started. Okay. All right. Now it's coming back to me. Now it's all coming back to me. Bain Capital. How do you spell that? No, it's BAIN Capital, right? Yeah. Bain Capital, Australia, miner, ETF, minerals ETF. There we go. Okay. Asia Pacific, Bain.com. There we go. Asia Pacific private equity. Oh, yeah. Okay. Private equity. When is this? March 11th. So it's an investment in China plunge, but some markets remain buoyant. Asia Pacific slumps. Blah blah blah. It's a lot of reading. I'll have to look into it later. The point is that.
Hold on. The picture in the background, is that on fire or is that lights? Like what? What the fuck?
Holy shit! Bain Capital burning down the world, one investment at a time.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on with this. So this is the idea, right? That this is not a conscious man's investment. This is, and that does look like fire.
Right? Like whoever the hell was fucking around with Photoshop really did a piss poor job in some sections.
Or a really good job.
Or a really good job if this is the message that they wanted to convey. You'll regret it.
Oh yeah. Don't put your money in cash, you'll regret it. Burn, baby. Domestic factors. This was Yahoo's good. Nope. Creditors approve airlines purchase. No. News. Some news. Can sort by the date. No. Okay, whatever. And I'll look into it more and find it. There's an ETF. Bain Capital is one of the investors. There's a couple other. It's like 200 million or billion or some crazy number. These guys are all like spending some money, and they're going to invest in this ETF. And maybe it's not the best thing for the world, but it's supposed to be possibly going to go through because Australia is like, fuck it, we don't care about the environment. We're going to mine anyways. So that would be the...
So basically they're hoping and betting that, oh yeah, they don't care. They're going to do this. And do you assume that that's how they're attempting to attract investors in this ETF?
No. So here's my thought process on it. Is Bain Capital doesn't like to lose money, and if they are getting involved in this ETF, which so far I've given no good information to help our viewers. So if anybody watches this video, I'm sorry, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
It's okay. I consider him to be worthless too, guys.
Nice, thank you.
You're welcome.
But so if they're interested in getting involved in this, what the hell? I just click on the button and what does it do? It doesn't do anything. Sorry, I'm perplexed by their website. So if they're going to be investing along with some other major companies in an ETF that is centered around Australian minerals and mining, then those companies that they'll have in that bucket should be companies like, I would assume, BBL and maybe even AMSLF.
No, we're gonna end up seeing probably Apple, Microsoft, Tesla.
I think you're right. Yeah, we're into Australian mining, so we're putting all of our money in Apple. It probably has something to do with
I
it.
mean, it wouldn't surprise.
Yeah, me neither. But yeah, so that's the that was the thought process on that stock. I just pulled up Australian Miner and it pulled up Australian Miners and Steel and found the ticker and it's like, "Oh, I'll look into this," but I'll do it during the stream instead of doing it beforehand, and that's what happens when you do that. You find what was that, a 1.5? That thing's gone. That's about to get delisted. Right? Unless it's about to get saved by Bain Capital.
I mean, somebody could step in and buy it. I mean, again, if you have the money and you have the resources to make it successful, right now's a good time to invest in owning it.
God,
but that would be one hell of a risk, especially like, for instance, someone imagine a position like ourselves. Sure, I'll buy the company because it's less than pennies on the dollar. But then I don't have any way to travel to Australia to make sure the company's actually doing their job.
For all you know, it's a deli.
Yeah, right. This is the one that the guy was actually associated with, which is why the Huynh has not had much of a drive.
they're just sitting there like, yeah, we're mining. He's eating a sandwich. He's like, yeah.
How come you only got 2 workers? Oh, these minerals, they're easy to get.
I mean, it's insane. How is this on this list? Stocks ahead a 52-week low on Friday. Oh, that's how it's on that list. Yeah, it sure did. All right, so yeah. Keep in mind, I need to do a little bit more research on this and we can come back to this at another time. But if this is true, if Bain Capital, and it was a few names, just the one that I remember off the top of my head, he's way too happy. Whatever they said to him, and she's like, oh, no, he didn't. If they really are investing all this money into an ETF that is centered around Australian miners, I have to assume that it's going to do decent, right? I mean,
hypothetically, yes, it should, based off of their previous investments and what that company likes to represent. Because, I mean, what company doesn't like money, but what company doesn't like money that actually has history of making money?
I don't know.
Would probably be the question. So, I mean, moving on, because
we got to wait for the video.
Okay.
This is the Bain Capital video.
The marble thing?
Yeah, this is their promo.
That part with our clients every step of the way. We help them see their future in a new light.
That's right.
Opportunities they may never have imagined.
Oh, everybody stop. I'm leading the way here. The red ball is Bain Capital.
Aspiration meets innovation.
Follow me, guys. Come on. We're going up here to Australia.
This is a really shitty promo.
Yeah, but it's a really great effect. You think like whoever made it was related to somebody there? You know, like somebody's cousin or something. Like, come on, just give him a job.
Let
kid, whatever. They're like, come on, man, let him make the video. Who cares? Ahmed approves. What's up? All right, moving on. Okay, so Australian miners. We'll look into that later. Okay.